this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2019 movie Hellboy. The movie is directed by Neil Marshall and written by Andrew Cosby, and this is a reboot of the Hellboy franchise, but it doesn't follow anything from the first two Hellboy movies. It doesn't try to be a rehash of those movies, and that was something I really liked about this movie. I've got to say, I was actually really surprised in this movie. I went in expecting it to be one of the worst movies ever made and everything, and I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. The story pretty much, there was this queen named Nimue, who is the blood queen, and King Arthur had destroyed her and everything, and centuries later she has been revived and everything, and Hellboy and teams up with Alice and Domino, I think is his name, and they have to take on the Red Queen. This movie was, like I said, I was really impressed with it though. The story I thought was pretty good, and I think David Harbour was really good as Hellboy. And I'm not going to compare him to Ron Perlman, because Ron Perlman was great too and everything. I think he did the role justice, so I think he was really good and everything. The rest of the cast I thought was pretty good too. Sasha Lane as Alice was really good. She's kind of a scene stealer and likable character. Ian McShane as Hellboy's dad was really good. I actually do prefer John Hurt more as that character, but I think that Ian McShane actually did do a pretty good job. And Daniel Day Kim as Domino was really good too, and I really liked Mila Djokovic is the Blood Queen, although I do think that she was kind of one note, and that she could have been a lot cooler of a villain and everything. They just kind of didn't do her, they didn't do her justice, but I think that she was okay. I think I've seen worse villains in the MCU, personally, if you want me to be honest. Like Malekith, she ain't like Malekith bad, but she isn't like Thanos good either. I mean, she's just kind of a mediocre villain. She could have and would have been a lot better had they made the movie maybe a little bit longer and stuff like that, but I thought she was alright. The visual effects in this some are really good and some are really bad. There's quite a bit of bad CGI and everything, but the action in here is actually pretty good though. There's a lot of it took its R rating, and you could tell that they were having fun with that R rating, and I think that's one thing about this movie that I can say I liked a lot, was that the battles and everything, and the gore and stuff that they put in there. Get down, baby. But I really do like Hellboy. I thought that it was a very good movie, and very entertaining. It wasn't as good as the originals. I don't know that I would say it. I think I probably would say it was about as good as them. I mean, I've never been a huge fan of Hellboy to begin with. I liked the first two. I thought they were fine movies and everything, and I would have loved to see a third one, and hopefully maybe we will eventually get one, since this one didn't do very good. But I would have just been okay with getting more sequels to this movie too, because I would have liked to see more characters in it. They hinted around that Abe would have been in the second one if they were to make it, and I would have been interesting to see who was playing him and everything. But I think the makeup and stuff on Hellboy was done pretty good too. And like I said, David Harbour was pretty good as a character. I know a lot of people said that they didn't really think he was all that great and everything, but I actually really liked him. And this movie was just a big surprise for me. That, like I said, my biggest complaint is that some of the CGI was bad, and there is like some humor and stuff that kind of feels forced, and you could kind of tell that they were trying to copycat Deadpool in some of the scenes and stuff. Like, there's like a really cringy moment when towards the end when he has used Excalibur to destroy the Queen again, and he is carrying her head over to this hole that will, and when he drops her in, it's going to be hell and stuff. And she keeps talking and stuff, saying that they'll meet again and stuff, and he says, "You should just quit while you're ahead." And then he throws her head in there. It's like really, really corny one-liner, but at the same time, it's hilarious to me because it's a pun, and I love puns. But yeah, I thought Hellboy was a whole lot better than it had any right to be, and better than I ever expected it would be. So, I'll say I give Hellboy 2019 I give it a 7.5 out of 10. It would get an 8 if it wasn't for the CGI being so terrible and everything. It felt like the way the CGI was, it really felt like it belonged in a movie from the early 2000s and stuff, which, like I said, the first Hellboy had some bad CGI too. I mean, when it first came out, I think there was a little bit of bad CGI in the first one. The second movie, from what I remember, had really, really great practical effects and everything, but the effects weren't enough to run the movie for me though. And like I said, the R rating to me worked in its advantage and stuff, making action a lot cooler and everything. And I think this was a very underrated movie and everything. So anyway, let me know what you think of this movie. Are you one of those that thought it was absolutely terrible? Do you think it's underrated? Do you think it was just an alright movie? Could have been better, could have been worse? Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.
This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend.
That's enough, guys.
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that doesn't end.
How do I turn you off?